Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I can't believe that it's gonna be June. It's crazy. I feel like the weather has been really good in like the last couple months in London, but it's kind of recently got a bit worse, so it's really weird that June is like just around the corner. But we are going to be picking my June TBR. I'm not gonna lie, and you will see this in my May wrap up as well. I have found it harder and I've had way less motivation to read recently. With my new job, I just don't really have that much time. By the time it's a weekend, I just want to like chill. So I haven't been reading as much. So we're only going to be picking 5 books for next month. We'll see how it goes. I honestly am not sure if I will read 5 books next month, just because this month I've still only read 2 books, which is crazy. I think I will finish a third book, but yeah, that's like my lowest amount ever. So yeah, we're going to be picking 5 books in this video, and we're going to be picking from my little TBR jar, and I've put the little prompts in there, and yeah, we're just gonna pick them out and I'll choose a book from my TBR to go with the prompt. Okay, let's see what we've got. What does that say? A book with summer vibes. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this, just because it's really not summery vibes here. I'm not going anywhere in June, so I'll be in the country. But I'm sure I've got loads of summer books. I'll have a look and then I'll get back to you with my options. Okay, so it actually turns out that I don't really have many summer books on my TBR, which is making me even more not sure about this prompt, because obviously it's 3 months in summer to get through like very little books that are summery vibes. I'm trying not to buy new books as well, so these are the 3 books I've found. So I do have a video idea for the end of July that I think would include at least one of these books. So I won't tell you which one, but I won't pick it. So you'll kind of get a clue. So I've got The Summer We Fell by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is just a cute summer romance. It's pretty short. I haven't heard loads about it, but from what I have seen, quite a few people quite like it. So that's definitely a contender. Then I have Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. This one I'm really excited to read, and I know that I'm going to love it. It's another romance. It's a bit more literary fiction vibes. I've kind of spoken quite a lot about Annabelle Monaghan recently, so I'm sure you're a bit sick to death for me talking about her. This one's definitely summer vibes. And then I also picked out The House Across the Lake, because this, I believe, I might have picked this from my May TBR. I'm not sure, but it is a book, I believe, set in summer. It's set at a lake house and it's a thriller. So I think it would have quite summery vibes. I don't know if you can see, but there's like little water droplets on it. So I feel like this has summer vibes. It's obviously a thriller, so it's a bit different, but yeah. And out of these 3, I am going to choose The House Across the Lake, because I'm just not in a romance mood at the moment. I feel like House Across the Lake has been on my TBR for so long, and I do want to read it. So we're going to put House Across the Lake on my TBR. Let's choose the next one. Ooh. Oh, you can see my really broken nail. Oops. A book with the same first. Wait. A book by an author with the same first or last initial as me. I'm just going to look for an author that begins with an N. I think that's what it means. I honestly only wrote that like 5 minutes ago, but I already don't know what I meant by that. Okay, I don't actually have any books by any authors. We're going to go with N. So ending in R. Let's see if there is any ending in R. Okay, so there is a lot more options for ending in R. Firstly, I just wanted to say I do obviously have some Elsie Silver books, but I haven't finished Hopeless yet, and I'm not going to put that on my TBR for this prompt, just because I just need to read that at some point and it's not really worth putting on the TBR. I also have quite a few Riley Sager books, so I obviously just picked a Riley Sager book, but another one that I'd quite like to read soon is The Only One Left, so I thought I'd pick this out now. And then a few of the other ones I did find was Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Then I have The Love Wager by Lynn Painter, Ripe by Sarah Rose Etta, and The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. So out of those, honestly, I'm most excited to read the Riley Sager one, but I'm not going to pick it just because I have just picked a different Riley Sager book. The romances, they don't massively excite me, so it is between Ripe and The Wishing Game. I think I'm going to choose Ripe, because The Wishing Game is giving me kind of cozy vibes, and although it's cozy right now, in general it's not really cozy at the moment. It's obviously the weather's not nice, but it's still quite like muggy and warm, so I'm not sure cozy is what I want to go for. So I'm going to go for Ripe. This is a literary fiction, I believe. It follows Cassie, and she is working in the corporate lifestyle, and it's just kind of like a little play on that world. Obviously, I'm recently joined the corporate life, so this will be just like a fun little read, I feel like. Okay, so let's choose the next prompt. Sorry, you guys can't really see. Okay. What does it say? A fancy with a morally great character. Okay, this one is very easy because I feel like almost every fantasy has a morally grey character. I am just going to cheat on this one because you guys probably already know. I'm trying to finish the Throne of Glass series. I still haven't even finished Heir of Fire at the point of filming this, so I'm going to pick the next book in the series, which is Queen of Shadow. And the morally grey character, I mean, there's probably multiple, but I'm just going to choose the main character, which is Selena. She's not like the most morally grey character, but I would say that her morals are definitely not 100%. So therefore, I'm choosing her. But choose the next one. How many have we chosen? 3, I think. Let's see. A romance by an author I haven't read before. It's a good one because it's good to get a romance on a TBR. I feel like in terms of authors I haven't read before, I feel like a lot of my romances I haven't read the author before, so there's going to be quite a few options for this one. So yeah, let's choose. Okay, so these are the 5 books I'm going to choose from. There was a few other authors on my bookshelf like Stephanie Archer or Megan Brady, Emma Lord. I haven't read their books, but these are the ones I'm more excited for, and I feel like maybe are a bit more suitable for this time of year as well. So I'll just go through them quickly. So I have Before I Let Go, which I believe I did get in my May TBR, and surprise, surprise, I didn't read it. I do want to get to this one, so I feel like this is a higher contender. And then I have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. This one, I'm really excited to get into the series, but I haven't got through Hopeless yet, and I'm not sure if jumping into a different cowboy romance will be helpful, so I'm a bit apprehensive about reading this one. Then I have How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwang. This one I'm honestly really excited for. I feel like this is a pretty high one again for me. I feel like it might not be too romance, which is what I need. Kind of is giving me more literary fiction with romance vibes. Then I have Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. This one's just constantly on my TBR. I feel like I want to read an Ali Hazelwood book, and this one is more interesting to me than maybe some of the STEM ones, but I have put it off for quite a while, so I'm not sure I'll pick this one. And then the last book is Always Mine by Laura Pavlov. This one I bought last year, and I think I might have seen on TikTok people recommending it, and it's very like small town. I believe he might be like a firefighter or something like that. I love the covers of these books, and I feel like they're not massively talked about here on YouTube, so it could be like a little recommendation that I can give. I feel like this is a good one, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put Before I Let Go on here because this is definitely the one that excites me the most and I'm the most intrigued about. I also feel like I could recommend this book to quite a few people in my life that I also know that watch these videos that would probably like this book, so I feel like I want to go for this one. Okay, so now we're picking the last one. There's still a few in there, so we'll see. I honestly don't really remember what I put in here, but we'll see what I get. Is that one? Yeah. Been on my TBR the longest. I'm gonna choose Killer Instinct for this one just because I have quite a lot of books that have been on my TBR for a long time. I was kind of thinking maybe I could do Shatter Me because that series has been on there for a long while, but I'm not sure I want to get into another fantasy. And then there's quite a few romance books that have been on my TBR for a long time. So I chose Killer Instinct. This has been on my TBR for I think 2 years, maybe longer, and I did quite like The Naturals, so I obviously want to go through the rest of the series. I feel like it's a good palette cleanser kind of book, a bit different to the other books that I chose in this video. So yeah, I'm going to choose Killer Instinct. So these are the 5 books I chose for my June TBR. I'm just going to go through them quickly with you. So for a book with summer vibes, which I did kind of cheat on, I chose The House Across the Lake. And then for a book with an author with the same last initial as me, I chose Ripe by Sarah Rose Etta. Then a fantasy with a morally grey character, I chose Queen of Shadows, and Selena is the morally grey character. For a romance I've never read the author before of, I chose Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. And then for a book that's been on my TBR the longest, I chose Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So those are the 5 books I chose for my June TBR. Look out for my May wrap up where I talk about the very few books that I did read this month. And then also look out for my June wrap up where hopefully I would have read a couple of these books at least. And yeah, thank you for watching again. I'll see you in my next video, and yeah, thanks for watching.